Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and big thank you for joining me on another episode of Bello Calcio, where we are currently out in Japan managing in the J-League as we have taken charge of Shonan Bellmare. So a good start to the season we had at the end of the last episode. Let's have a little look at what's been happening since you've been away. So the good thing is we are still unbeaten. After the Vissel Kobe game, we had a 1-1 draw against FC Tokyo. Let's have a little look at the stats on that one. So we had 21 shots, 9 of them on target to Tokyo's 10 and 4. We had 55% of the ball. Wellington scored early on, and then we were sucker punched in the 92nd minute as we conceded an equaliser to gift a point away. We then went back to the J-League Cup and played against Consadole Sapporo, sorry. Completely couldn't read that name at all for some stupid reason. We got back to winning ways in that game, winning 2-1. 23 shots, 7 of which were on target. Goals from Ono and Nicholas, who got a goal in his first game, getting another 3 points in the League Cup. We then played Avispa Fukuoka in the J-League Division 1. We didn't play well at all. Got a 1-1 draw somehow. We had 10 shots. We had 2 on target. Scored from one of them. And that was a penalty. Elianusi getting the equaliser on 43 minutes. Lucky, very, very lucky to get a point out of this game. Did not play well at all. By far the most disappointing game that I had been in charge of. And then we played Consadole Sapporo again, and we beat them 1-0. Back to the usual 20 shots, 9 of which on target. Only 1 goal coming from Barada after 28 minutes, and that gave us 3 more points in the league. So to show you the competitions tab, you can see that we have dropped from on top of the league to 4th. We are 1 point behind the 2 teams at the top, Kashima Antlers and Kawasaki, and then Yokohama, Cerezo, Osaka and Nagoya, as well as ourselves, are all on 11 points. You can also see that we are top of the J-League group that we are in, 6 points from 2 games. And then the group stage for the Champions League has now been drawn. We've been drawn with Hanoi FC, Johor, Kichi SC and ourselves. So that is pretty much the catch-up done. Nothing else has been going on. We're just going to get straight into the next game and hopefully keep that run of being undefeated going as we face off against Urawa Red Diamonds. Okay, then this is the lineup that we are going to be putting out and hopefully getting 3 more points. We have got Gracker in goal, Mori, Ono, Oiwa and Hata at the back. Tachi, Yamada and Nego are the midfield 3, with Elianusi, Wellington and a debut for Ovalar, who has come in after his injury, up at the top of the pitch. So we are having a lot of shots. We're not converting a lot of the chances, apart from when we've been on camera where we scored an amazing 8 goals in 2 games. So fingers crossed there'll be more goals in this game and we can pick up 3 more points. So then a little look at the lineups as they come out onto the pitch. You can see that we are starting off with our traditional formation that we have been using, and they are using something pretty similar. Instead of having the 2 attackers at the top though, they have 2 wide men that hopefully we will nullify with our wing backs. Looking at the table, as I said, there are 4 teams on 11 points, 2 teams on 12 points. So even though we are unbeaten, we aren't top of the league. We are just 1 point behind though, and hopefully we can change that with a win in today's game, which is off and running. We are 6 or 7 minutes in. We have had 1 shot already, but it says there it's gone home harmlessly over the bar. And then the second chance is going to be a throw in for Haita. Throws it to Nago. Ono's had a header, and I'm saying Ono now because it's hit the bar, dropped down, and then it is cleared off of the line. And then following that up is a corner. It's come all the way in. How has he not put that away? Oh, okay, so they played advantage after a foul. There was me thinking that when the ball dropped down at Wellington's feet there, all he's got to do is tap it into the empty net. He kind of didn't do anything, and it was obviously because there was a foul in there, and the game probably would have been stopped. And then straight up the other end, Urawa Red Diamonds have gone up and they've headed the ball onto the crossbar. So, again, we are going to be involved in one of those nice open games that everybody on the channel seems to love, as it's action-packed. And we are attacking again. Elianusi with a big hoof across the pitch. Avalar picks it up and finds Hatter. He could have gone down in the box there. And what's happening here? So there is a VAR check going on, I think. Goalkeeper's come chasing the referee all the way out of his penalty area. He's going over to look at the board or his monitor. Not too sure what's happened here. So in the first instance, I did think that one of our players could have gone to ground in the penalty area. We might have been awarded a penalty. I wonder if that's what it's for. So it's the decision is no penalty, and it shows there wasn't a foul. So maybe that's what they were looking at. All the players just shuffled up, and it wasn't like it was a free kick or anything. So bit of a strange one there, but yeah, no penalty was the outcome. So not a lot really going on in this first half in terms of highlights. We've had one shot on target, they've had none, so pretty dreadful. It seems like we are quite a hit and miss team early on in this league. We're either scoring 4 or scoring 1, and this is another game where we are struggling with the shots on target, certainly, with only 1 in the first 45 minutes between both teams. So we're going to kick off the second half, having a little look at the players. Wellington might be one that we have to keep an eye on. Also, Hatter at right back, and Tachi has now got an injury, and I'm not going to take any chances whatsoever. Our defensive midfield player, so Mayuki is going to come on and replace him, and also I am going to take Wellington off. I'm going to bring Hohashi on and see if that affects anything in a positive way, and hopefully we can get a chance. As Mori throws the ball to Elianusi, Yamada now plays it across to Hatter. He turns back, gets dispossessed, and that isn't what we wanted to see at all. There's me thinking, oh, we're going to go on the attack here. Instead, now we're defending. Ball switched into the middle of the park superbly, and they have played it in behind us, and they've hit the outside of the post, thankfully for me and for us. I think the flag was up there anyway. Not too sure whether he was offside or not. It's a little bit confusing sometimes when you don't know what's exactly going on. Like he definitely hit the outside of the post, and the linesman definitely looked like he was flagging. So maybe it wouldn't have counted anyway. But it was still too close for comfort for myself. We're into 80 minutes already, and there's still nothing really between the two teams, and not a lot of chances. We have dispossessed one of the players out on the left-hand side of the pitch. Mori, what can he do with the ball here? Looks to beat his man. Is he going to get a cross in? No, he plays a 1-2 with the defender. He crosses it in, and Nago finishes like on a step-on volley. This is an absolutely superb finish. What a goal. That is just what we needed. 80 minutes. We were struggling really for a goal. We had a front three that didn't seem to be able to put the ball in the net. So what do? You call on your midfielders, and there he is with a step-on left-footed volley, diverts it straight into the far corner, and all of a sudden we are in the lead. Stepped up in the second half. We have had far more chances on target, 5 shots on target, 16 chances created. So it looks like we are well worth the 3 points for the second half alone. The first half was pretty dreadful, and we're going to have another chance here as Mori crosses the ball in. It falls to Hatter. What's he going to do with it? Passes it back to Nago, crosses it into Yamada, and Yamada finishes it off 2-0. And Yamada gives us all 3 points at home in the Lemon Gas Arena. Don't know what the actual name of the stadium is here, but fun fact, Shonan play their games in the Lemon Gas Arena. And Yamada there, finishing it nicely into the far corner. Let's see what it actually lists the ground as. So it just calls it the Hiratsuka Stadium in Hiratsuka, but it is called the Lemongrass Stadium. And it doesn't matter anyway because it is the place where we pick up 3 more points, and hopefully we are going to be going back top of the league tonight. So let's skip through the dressing room. Let's have a little look at the table. No, so Kawasaki and Yokohama have retained their places, their first and second. We have moved up to third on 14 points. So let's jump back to the home screen and have a little look at what had happened there. So yeah, Kawasaki Frontal are on 15, and then Yokohama Marinos are on 14, and we are now on 14 points. So keeping tabs with the top of the table, and this is something that we really didn't expect because we were prime candidates to get relegated. So as you can see, the Champions League is tantalisingly close. So I think we are going to come back. And we're going to have a couple of these Champions League games in a row, I think. We're going to go with Hanoi FC for the next one. And then maybe play against Johor. Because all the group games... So the J-League seems to get suspended for a month whilst the Asian Champions League takes place, which is a really good thing if you're a Japanese team playing in the Champions League, because you're not having to play 2 games a week. You literally are just playing Champions League games. So, yeah, maybe Hanoi. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll have the first and last games of the Champions League. So Hanoi and then Kitchi SC, and you can see exactly how we have got on in our Champions League group in those 2 episodes. So that is pretty much going to wrap this one up. We have had a 2-0 win against Urawa Red Diamonds. Scrappy, first half was rubbish. Really poured it on in the second half. Looked good value for the win. And I think that is the perfect way to end the video. But before I go, if you're still watching at this point, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out so much. I appreciate every single person who's taken the time across the past year to interact with the channel. But for this one, I'm going to wrap it there. Come back tomorrow and join us as we kick off our first ever AFC Champions League against Hanoi FC.